We're here. Hey, everybody, how are you? Welcome to the broadcast today it's Friday, December the 9th, 2022. Here, Stock Markets with Bruce, where we try to talk about the stock markets in plain English. I try to explain it to you just as simply as I can. It's not that easy sometimes. Thank you for joining me here from around the world. It truly is amazing how far viewers are scattered out there. And yet it's also kind of cool how close some of my viewers are out there. And that's kind of cool. Sometimes I have the pleasure of meeting some of my followers right here in town in Palm Desert, Ranch Mirage area. And it's a pleasure, an absolute pleasure. You know who you are. Thank you all for saying hi, popping by here. It's option expiry day. There we go. We're down 41 cents on GameStop so far this pre-trading. I don't know if that's where we're going to open at, but that's what we have with about 56 minutes to go. 27,000 traded on GameStop. Yesterday, pre-market over $250,000. We're not going to do that today. We are higher on the Dow at the moment, although there's headlines coming out right now about this producer price index thing. Breaking 12-month change in core PPI headline is a headline. Inflation up 4.9% in November compared with 5.4. U.S. stock futures turn lower after November producer price index rises more than expected. So this could be interesting. We'll see how the market will take it and handle it and go with it. Time will tell. Yes, this this inflation thing is you can't take 1 month, one reading only and go with it forever. You have to allow it several months to accumulate evidence of a trend. But in the last 2 months and since obviously the spring of this year, crude oil, which had hit a high of $120 a barrel for a moment, hung around a lot in 105, 110 neighborhood, a long time there. It's backed off. We're at $72 a barrel in Texas. You can thank President Biden for the strategic reserve release. It helped keep U.S. gas prices from getting even worse. They were bad. They would have gone worse. Now we're noticing at $72 a barrel, your neighborhood gas stations are finally beginning to come down into the low threes, high twos, depending on where you live. Here in California, they don't ever see $2 gas prices around here. But thankfully, with a Tesla, I don't have to worry about that. But in any event, the crude oil dip in price, not only in the West Texas price, but the Brent crude price in Europe. The good news there is that that has taken down the inflation meter on one major commodity everyone watches and has to deal with. Natural gas prices have also eased off. The Europeans have done a stellar job. Whether you're talking about Germany as one country or the European Union as a group, they have done a phenomenal job dealing with a supplier, Russia, and thumbing their nose at everything the West is telling Russia not to do. They're doing it. And so the Europeans have cut Russia off to a great extent. And Germany is now building floating terminals to accept cargo, a gigantic ocean liner type liquid natural gas ship to accept gas. And they're replacing the Russian supplies. And this isn't a temporary thing. It's not like, well, we'll build these floating facilities and in 3-4 years we'll take Russia gas again. No, this is permanent. This is it. You blew it. You guys didn't get it. You don't want to play ball with the rule of law. You want to have war crimes all over the place. You want to throw missiles at hospitals, daycare centers, schools, shopping malls, apartment buildings. You want to destroy Ukraine into rubble, and you think we are just going to start buying your natural gas from you in a couple of years because we're going to forget the whole thing? Think again, Chester. It's not going to happen because the rebuilding price to rebuild Ukraine will be in the hundreds of billions of dollars. Who's going to come up with that cash? Russia? How can they? They're broke. They can't come up with the cash. It's going to be the West, and Ukraine is going to go hard to the West in everything they do going forward. I mean, Russia, you are out. You are really out. They've completely blown it. And now other territories controlled by Russia can ask the same question. Are we better under their game or under the Western style of government and business and human rights and blah, 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 blah? Everyone has to decide for themselves. Hungary seems to be having a hard time of it right now because they're run by some kind of a new dictator in town. But it looks to me like the West is winning on a number of fronts. And so, congratulations to Germany and to France and Italy and Denmark and Norway and Sweden. They are banding together to work their energy solution out. And yeah, Europe buys oil from African countries. Yeah, Europe buys natural gas from the United States. Congratulations, America. This is great for America. America's drowning in natural gas. Canada's drowning in natural gas. So congratulations to the countries that have a lot of this commodity, to the countries and to the countries who need it. And thankfully, we happen to be on the same side when it comes to philosophy of the respect for human dignity. It just blows my mind how short-sighted these Russians are and how steeped in hate these people seem to be. And again, it's not the Russian people. They're fine. They're okay. Average Russian folks, they're fine. They're great people. It's these leaders, these zealots, these out of control morons who just, they're still in the 1910s and 30s. I mean, it's ridiculous. Really pathetic. Okay, enough of that. The Dow has reversed course from its run. When I was doing my pre-alert show about 20, 30 minutes ago, we were ahead on the Dow about 135 points. Now we're off over 100 because this inflation report is not good. I had speculated on what would happen with the market if this PPI inflation report thing comes in one of three ways. It either comes in really good with low inflation, mediocre, or not so good. And there were a couple of scenarios that I went over, but the overriding theme that I was coming at was that the market would go lower. 2 out of 3 outcomes made the market look to make the market go lower. And here we go. We're negative on everything. We're down 91 on NASDAQ, 22 on S&P, and we're down 150 on the Dow. NASDAQ is down 0.75 of a percentage point. The S&P is down about 0.6 now, and the Dow is approaching half a point. Oil up 64 cents at 72.10. We're not going anywhere on oil. Tons of it everywhere. The thing that the Russians didn't, they wanted to calculate, they wanted to figure, one, they figured they could keep producing the oil because the West needed their oil badly. And they miscalculated because the West decided, well, we're just going to cut you. We'll cut you back. You'll cut us off. We'll cut you off as well. And we'll find other sources. Then the Russians figured, well, that's all right. We'll sell oil on the black market to our allies. We'll sell oil to China, and we'll sell oil maybe to Turkey, and we'll sell oil to anyone else like India. And so certain countries have been buying oil from the Russians. Saudis are buying Russian oil and burning it for electricity. And the thinking was that we'll just do these side deals, these cash deals. And now there's a limit, a $60 limit on oil, official pricing and insurance purposes and all kinds of stuff. The Russians are stick handling through all kinds of problems. With gas, the problem with natural gas is that they need to move it through pipelines, and their pipelines have been sabotaged in the North Sea. I am shocked that the rest of them haven't been sabotaged within Russia yet. I'm waiting for the Ukrainians to send in teams of, James Bond type guys to blow up all kinds of pipelines in Russia and just screw up their entire distribution system. Surprised it hasn't happened yet. I really am. I would have thought these guys want to send cruise missiles into Ukraine. Ukraine sends, uh, you know, sympathetic type organizers to disrupt the infrastructure of Russia. Because you got to imagine that if the Russian infrastructure is shaky at best because it's so corrupt. I mean, it's unbelievable. Anyway, we'll see. We'll see how this all works out. Isn't this fun? We're down 49 cents right now on GameStop at 24.30. Been low all morning. I wouldn't be surprised if GameStop gives up at least $1 today, maybe more. During the day, it might be down $1.50 back into the 23 range. Wouldn't be surprised. 24.30 right now. Options expire this afternoon. And next week, Friday, big time expiry. December 16 contracts. You all know about those. I commend you, all of you who are option writers and who are becoming option writers, and you're discovering the thrill, the excitement of writing calls and just watching them just drop in value systematically, like week after week. You see the odd dip, which accelerates, the drop off of value. I commend so many of you for following the advice, what we're talking about here all the time. And you've taken some of my classes, or you've taken all of my classes. You're hanging out here with a pretty good group of people here, especially the sponsor members. And you're learning how this is done. And you've put your toe in the water, and you tried one or two calls at the beginning just to see if it, this is really happening or not. And then you tried 3 or 4, and now you're doing 5 and 7, and slowly but surely, you folks out there, a number of you, are now taking the tack of acquiring additional deep in the money options on GameStop, Apple, Cisco, Pfizer, HPQ, all these other stocks that we talk about. And you're beginning to write more and more contracts. And you figured out the secret to success, which is compounding your returns from option premiums. When you sell contracts, the cash lands in your account immediately. You figured that out. And instead of writing 5 contracts, you've moved up to 7 contracts. And from 7 contracts, you've made a few arrangements with your portfolios. The revenues have kept coming in from those 7 calls. You're now up to 10 contracts. Your next move is to get to 13 to 15 contracts at a time. Some of you here who've been writing now for 3, 6, 9 months, a year, you've gone from 3, 5 contracts at a time to now writing 10 to 20 at a time. And a number of you are beyond 20. You're into the 30, 40, 50 contracts range or higher. And I commend all of you for it. This option market is just handing the money over. You can write all you want. As big as you're getting, you're not big enough to affect the options market. The options market is more than happy to add your liquidity to the mix. And what's beginning to become obvious to a number of you is you used to be able to add one call option here, and you bought another deep in the money call option there. Now, when you start buying call options, additionals, you're buying 2, 4, 5 at a time. You're really adding up and immediately writing 2, 4, 5 new contracts at a time on top of what you're writing on. You're getting raises from your account that you'll never get any other way. You can hold IBM stock for years, and every year IBM might raise the dividend to half a penny a share, a penny a share, 2 pennies a share on the dividend. That's, it's 4%, 5%, 6% more to your money. Or you can write stock options. And if you can go from 5 contracts to 6 contracts, you just gave yourself a 20% raise. Your revenue is up 20% right now because you're writing 20% more calls, 5 to 6. You go from 50 to 60, that's a 20% raise as well. But at that level, and this is the thing about writing options that a lot of you didn't take into account when you began this journey. By taking my classes and hanging around here, occasionally calling me up for a one-on-one, sending me an email saying, I need to talk to you, Bruce. This is changing everything around here, and I really want to make sure I'm doing this right, because man, oh man, money is flowing into this household that we never had from an outside source like this. My accounts have been dormant. They've been dead dogs for years. And all of a sudden, this account is generating revenue. You are becoming pleasantly surprised at how quickly it grows and how quickly the funds coming in grow. I mention from time to time, I don't like to mention it every single 15 minutes, but I say to you guys sincerely that the big picture here, the big picture should be that your objective is to generate revenue of 30,000 a month in income from option writing. Now, I can tell you that going from 20 to 30,000 is easy compared to going from 0 to 10,000. Because once you've gotten to 20,000 a month in revenue, you're just adding additional shares and contracts to your portfolio to write additional calls. You just have to write 50% more calls from 20,000 to 30,000. That's all it takes. It's the same strategy. It's the same trades. It's just more of them. But to get from 0 to 10,000 is the trick, and to get started is the hard part. And you have to buy into the program, but you can also say to yourself, you know what? I guess I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to get into the option writing thing very conservatively, which almost everyone here has done. And I'm going to try writing options on 100 shares of whatever stock you got. And if it's you got 100 Microsoft, you got 100 Apple, you got 100 GameStop, you have 100 Pfizer, you have whatever. You can write one call for every 100 shares you have. For a number of you, you figured out I happen to have 500 GameStop shares. That's how many I've got. But you figured out that if you sold those shares, even around 24, 25 a share, you can turn around and probably buy 7 or 8 deep in the money $10 calls instead. And they're good till January 2025. And you can write calls on those calls. In effect, not writing 5 calls at a time, you're writing 8 calls at a time. Well, that's 60% more money. If each call that you're writing is 2 or 3 months out and it brings in $450 a call, and you're writing 3 more than you would normally write, you're bringing in $1,350 more dollars right now. Your rollovers will be 8 at a time instead of 5 at a time. I mean, this starts to feed itself. If a rollover gives you a $2 increase in premiums, that's 8 times 2. That's $1,600 more. That is enough for another deep in the money call. Now you're writing 9. The next rollover, now you're writing 10. The next rollover, now you're writing 11. You are getting raises you're never going to get from your employer in a million years. You might have hopes, dreams, wishes, and aspirations, and you think you might be in line for a promotion. In the normal world, if you're a hard worker and you show up on time and you're a team player and people ahead of you move on or retire or get promoted up, there's openings for you to slot into higher positions. Absolutely. But you're going to figure it out pretty quick that a promotion might throw you $800 a month more in gross pay, $200 a week more. But after tax, it's $135, $140. That's $20 a day more to you for double the work or a lot more work or a ton more criticism or much more stress. And you got to ask yourself, geez, if I could add one call option to my arsenal of call options that I'm writing against, my deep in the money calls, I'm getting raises that I'll never get at the office. And it's like every couple of months, I get another 10, 20% raise. Every couple of months. You're not going to get that at any job. Sorry, it's not going to happen. This is what's happening here with more and more of the viewers. If you're just hanging around here, you're new and you're watching me and you heard about me and you're wondering what's all the hubbub about? Why are these people? Why is my best friend keep telling me about? You should watch this guy Uncle Bruce about writing stock options. You don't know what it's about. You don't get it. You wonder what's he saying. Just hang out here a while. You don't have to listen to me about telling you about it. Read these people. You see the names of these folks that are in green. They have an emoji beside their name. Those are members of this channel. They're the ones who are paying me money, or paying YouTube every month to be a member of this channel. YouTube then pays me 70% of what they're paying YouTube. YouTube takes 30%. It's okay. YouTube doesn't lose on this. And they're members of this channel. And with that, they can comment here, ask me anything about the markets during market hours. And these folks here, their lives have been completely transformed since we started doing option writing back in, I guess, April of 2021. It's going to be a year and a half. It's coming up, if not already. It's unbelievable how long it's been. I've put 14 classes together on my website that were live classes with a live audience, these people right here. And now you can acquire these classes whenever you want. Class number 1, number 2, number 3, whenever you want to buy one, just grab them and learn all about option writing. If you want to really make money doing this, invest in yourself. It's a college type course is what you have to, it's how you have to convince yourself to do this. You have to say to yourself, I'm willing to take a community college class with this community. The classes are an hour and a half, 2 hours long each. You could pause them and rewatch them many times as you want. Once you've acquired them, you can watch them as many times as you want. I want to learn about what these guys are talking about with options. I want to understand the lingo that they're using. I want to understand the philosophy of option writing. I want to understand why is it that not everybody does this if it's so damn good. Why is it if it's so good, Bruce? Why doesn't everybody do it? Check out the classes and you'll find out for yourself, because it's an art. Not everyone's cut out for it, for sure. But boy, can it make you money. If you're looking for an opportunity to buy a stock this morning, get rich by lunch, and retire this afternoon and go on your private jet wherever you want, you're not going to like what I have to tell you in the option classes. You're not going to like it at all. On the other hand, if you've got you've got some money that you've tucked away for years and years and years, and you've lost money on hot flying stocks, and you've had rumors here and hot tips there, and they just aren't working out, or you've left your money with some asset managers and they've generated 3, 4, 5% returns, and they're telling you how great you're doing, and you're now looking at inflation of 7, 8, 9%, you're going, I'm getting killed here. You might be better off taking control of your own money. But you better know what the hell you're doing with it. And I totally get it when people say to me, I'm terrified taking over my account because I've put a bunch of dough into this thing, and my employer matched it over the years, and then I shifted it, and I got $100,000 in my whatever account, and I don't want to lose it. I totally get that. Here's the good news. If you're an option writer, you are a very conservative investor, actually. You're likely a conservative person in many ways. You're good with numbers. You love adding and multiplying. You like making money, and you're also the kind of person that'll say, you know what? I got 50 grand. I got 100 grand. I got $200,000 saved up between my wife and I over all these years. We're now 53, we're 48, we're whatever age you are, 32, 21, 98. It runs the gamut. But let's just say you're in your working career, you've saved up some dough, and you're terrified to lose it on a stupid bunch of trades. Well, before you make any move whatsoever, why don't you throw $150 of your hard-earned money and buy a class? Go to my website, stockmarkerswithbruce.ca, head over there, and check out one of the classes. There's the website right there. You'll go there and you'll come out to my homepage. It's nothing fancy. It's just my mug right there. Hey there I am. And you'll go to the tab that says classes, and you'll scroll down and you'll start to see these classes. Now, forgive me, the classes at one time used to be 100 each. They're now 150 each. But there they all are. There's a bunch of them for you. You check them out one at a time. $150 is the cost. After class number 1 and class number 2 and class number 3, you will know whether or not you want to keep going. You don't have to commit to 14 classes at $150 a class. There's none of this. Put it all up front, put the money on the table, no refunds, blah, 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 blah. No, it's one class at a time when you're good and ready to do it, okay? There's no rush, there's no pressure. It's totally your call. And when you want to do it, you do it, and way to go. All right? It's easy going. Okay. Unlike this troll that keeps coming around, it's easy going. You have to decide for yourself if this $150 is worth the investment that could possibly allow you to completely change your financials picture that you're sitting on right now. And for a number of folks here, high number of the sponsor members, I can pretty well test. I would imagine every single one of the sponsor members, they would be happy to tell you how well they're doing and how happy they're doing and how happy they were making the move they made. But they also will admit that they've been here, in some cases 90 days, in some cases right since January 2021 when I went live on the air here. And they're still here. And they're not only did they buy the classes and watch them, they have had a few one-on-ones with me, which are $400 for an hour. They've spent that kind of money. So that tells you something, that they must be making money writing options if they're spending $400 to sit down with this guy for an hour in a private one-on-one chat. But on top of that, every month they're buying the membership from YouTube. It's either a $10 a month membership or $25. And they're spending that every month as well. So it's $300 a year if you're a Gold Bagel member. One of these guys, they're spending $300 a year, $25 a month to be here. They bought the classes at $150 a pop, or $100 a pop, now $150 a pop. And they're spending $400 an hour from time to time to sit down with me. And why are they doing that? Because they're making way more money than that. Now these membership fees and getting together with me, this is chump change. There are folks here who are making $30,000 a month writing options. There are folks here making $5,000 to $10,000 a month writing options that were making $400, $500, $600, $800 a month at the beginning. Now they're making $5,000 to $10,000, and they're going, whoa, holy crap! There are husbands and wives here who watch me. This isn't just the husband only, the wife only. Dad's in the back room all by himself, learning how to do the. No, this is an open book. There are a lot of women here who watch what I do and watch what we talk about every day. This is, I have to admit, females are better option writers than males. Generally speaking, on the overall, women are better at it than men are. And this channel attracts a lot of female viewers who know the value of investing into themselves, investing into their children, investing into their families. They buy the classes, they hang out here, and they put their toe in the water and they try to write an option on this stock, a couple options on that stock, and they get more and more comfortable with it. And then they progress from there. And they have their one-on-ones with yours truly. Financial feminism is alive and well right here, because writing options is not a male thing. It is an investment thing. In New York and London, Paris, Milan, Italy, Tokyo, around the world, wherever there are option traders, there are men and women who work the desks who do option writing. This is not a male-only bastion thing. This is open to all, and serious-sized institutional investment outfits and investment banking companies, they have male and female option writers on their desks. It doesn't matter to the managers. The bottom line is, can you write options? Can you make the house money? The desk is right over there. Get to work. And the pay is the same from whether you're a man or a woman. It makes no difference. This is the great equalizer. This channel, this option writing program is the great equalizer for women with regards to how much money you make versus a man. You make just as much, and it makes no difference because options don't care. When you sell options into the market, buy them back for half the price you sold them for, the options market doesn't care who the buyer is. They don't know. They didn't know that a female wrote the calls. They didn't know a female bought them back. They didn't know that on the option floor there are men and women buying options like crazy. If you take my classes, you'll figure out why 99% of all the people in the options market are on the floor of the casino buying calls and puts. They're gambling on the movement of call options and put options. And they're guessing where the market is going to go, either index options or stock options. They're guessing, where the writers are actually you're actually a casino if you're a writer, by the way. You're your own little casino. The writers make up 1% of the options market. And that's what we have here. This channel, this is the one percenters. You've entered the world of the one percenters. And in this world of one percenters, there's a whole bunch of females writing options and men who are sitting back going, I like being the casino. This is great. I don't want to ever be on that casino floor ever again. I like being the casino. And the money that's coming in to my account has made an unbelievable difference. And the hope was, a lot of people here have hopes where they figure if I could just make $5,000 this year on option writing, I could take care of one of those credit cards I got. I had to run it up because the car broke and I had to get a new transmission. Or the kid drove the car and he hit somebody and we paid this fee and blah, blah, blah. We have a financial issue here. And if we could just get 5 or 10 grand in the house, that'll take the heat off of my paycheck. I don't have to go to my banker and beg for a goddamn loan for $7,000. I don't have to run my credit cards up. It would just be so nice if $1,000 a month was coming in, just to take the heat off around here, because the inflation thing is really getting to us. Little cuts. We're suffering these little cuts all the time. If we could just get this little bit of money coming in, that would make a lot of a difference. Well, that's what's happened. That starts to happen here, but it doesn't stop there. Option writers quickly get with the program and they go, oh my God, Bruce. I thought I could make $1,000 or $2,000 a month doing this, and I'm now making $4,000 to $5,000 a month doing this. And then they say to me, I'm making $7,000 to $9,000 a month doing this now. Others say, I'm making $12,000 a month doing this. I had no idea. Is this legal? I can't believe it. I can't believe I can do this. And there comes a point in time, a certain number is breached in option writing, whatever that is, where in every household, the same discussion is had every single time. And the discussion goes something like, with yourself or with your partner or whatever. My full-time job, I used to work at the cubicle at the office, and I used to commute 45 minutes in, went to work, commuted 45 minutes home, then made dinner, and then we had the kids home. Some of us are working from home because of the COVID thing, and now we're being told to come back, and we don't want to do it, and we're trying to find a way to stay at home. And a number of us are trying to figure out, we really like the idea of not going back to the office because we have more time with the kids. That 45 minutes in the morning and 45 minutes in the evening, it's an hour and a half of daylight, conscious time that I can spend with my children rather than on a bus, subway, rail car, in a car, whatever. The money that's coming in from the options is more than I make at work. And it has consistently been growing and growing and growing and growing. Why should I keep working? Why not I just stay home? And I can work from home, not have to go to the commute. If I am working from home, I'll work from home doing a job for a company that lets me work from home. I'm now going to do remote work only. I'm not interested in commuting to anybody. And I'm now interested in working part-time. I'm thinking of 20 hours a week as a consultant, and I'm going to double my fee as a consultant because that's what you could do, if not triple it. And you'll make just as much money part-time as you were full-time, and you're taking in the option income at the same time, all from the comfort of your home. This is happening again and again and again with the viewers of this channel. They'll tell you, you can join the party, but I'm trying to tell you the future, but it all comes back to step number one. It comes back to step, do you really want to think about something like this? You have to believe us that we're not lying to you. You got to take class number one. It's as simple as that. You throw $150 on the table and say, okay, I'm going to that website. I'm going to order class number one, and I'm going to watch it this weekend. And I'll watch these shows when they're live. I can always watch them on a rerun, of course, but A lot more fun when it's live. And maybe next weekend, I'll watch class number 2 because I have no time during the week. I'm too tired. I'm exhausted. But I'm going to make a point. Saturday mornings, I'm going to watch a class every Saturday morning for 14 weeks in a row. Hopefully through Christmas, New Year's. You might watch more during Christmas, New Year's. You have some time off. And you're going to make the investment and you're going to say, I'm going to do this and I'm going to learn what the heck they're talking about over there. I'm going to follow what all these folks say. And when they say that they just bought back some GameStop calls, I'm going to look those up because I can do that on marketwatch.com without having to pay anything. This is free. I can go to the marketwatch.com site. I can enter the GME stock symbol in the top corner of the page, hit the search button. I get the GameStop quote right on my screen, and there's the option tab. I can hit the option tab for nothing, and I can see the contract they just bought back. I can find it. You just bought back those December 16 25s for whatever? Oh, yeah, that's what they're trading at. They're not lying. Oh, you did what? You sold now a January 25 for so much money? Oh, let's look at the January contracts. January 25. Ah, there they are. There's the bid and the ask, last trade. There's the trade. And you're not lying. And you'll start following other followers here. And you'll realize all these folks are telling you what they're doing. And you're beginning to get it. You're beginning to go, well, maybe I can join the party because you're beginning to understand it. But you got to take the first step. It's as simple as that. Thank you all for those of you who've taken the first step, the second step, the third step, who are now on step 250, whatever it is. Congratulations to, again, all of you out there, no matter where in the process you are, because I understand as the host of this channel, I have 1 week traders who just started, and I have 1.5 year veterans, and I have others who've written contracts before in a previous lifetime, but never like this. Welcome everyone, no matter what your level of interest is and your experience and your confidence. The hope I have is that all of you will learn as we go, become more comfortable with this option trading program, and you'll all be able to make yourselves a nice buck at whatever level of risk you want to take. You want to write calls that expire this Friday or next Friday or a month from now or 2 months from now, at the money, in the money, out of the money. Again, terms that you will have to learn if you want to hang around here. I congratulate all of you for it. And I love it. I tell you right now, I love it when I hear and read comments from my viewers who say, thank you, Uncle Bruce. I just bought back these calls I sold for $6.50 3 weeks ago, a month ago. I just bought them back for $1.25. I turned around and wrote brand new contracts for another 2 months at $5.95 again. And I bought a couple of new additional in the money contracts, and I wrote on those too. Thank you, Uncle B. I'll tell you, those are the messages that they keep me going. I'll tell you that right now. This is beautiful stuff. And of course, to those of you out there who are, beyond generous, those of you who've been sending us PayPal donations towards the channel because you've done particularly well on a trade, those of you who are followers of this channel and you know all about a lot about what's going on with my better half, Auntie Jen, my Jennifer Aniston lookalike wife, those of you who've been making donations for her hip surgery coming up, you guys are awesome. I mean, there's no other YouTube channel I know of like this that I can't imagine. There's a few that are much larger than me that have phenomenal viewers, but it's because of the hosts of the channel. And there's some phenomenal hosts of YouTube channels out there who work their butts off and deserve all the support they can get. I thank you all for helping us out and being here and the words of encouragement you're giving and everything else. We love you, and welcome to the party, each and every one of you. Thank you. And well, there we are. Kent, I'm up. Kid is a 7:20 tea time. It's going to be cold. The harshness of this world is just too much for some. What are we doing out here? Here in Palm Desert, where I am, Palm Desert, California. 44 degrees is the temperature outside right now. In an hour and what is that? Hour and 8 minutes. It should be closer to 49, 50 maybe. By 9 in the morning, it should be 57. By 10, it'll be 62. It is supposed to be a pure sunny day, pure gorgeous sunshine. So if it is 55 degrees, but the sun is shining on you, you'll feel better. But everybody has to golf in these conditions, no matter what you do. And he's in a tournament, so I hope he's doing okay. I'm sure he'll do fine. At the course, just waiting for enough light to hit range balls. Now that is the dedication you have if you want to become a professional golfer. If you don't have to encourage the youngsters in your life who want to become pros at this business, you don't have to encourage them to get up, get dressed, eat, and get out there and hit a bucket of balls before a tournament in this environment, which isn't 25 below, but it's not pleasant. They've got the drive. They've got the drive. It's 1 in 1,000, 1 in 5,000, 1 in 10,000. There are so many millions of golfers, and there are only so many hundreds that do it for a living on tour. You can't. I think you got one. I really do. This is exciting stuff. Anyway, thank you, everybody. BW is saying that SoFi Investments has launched options trading as of yesterday. Finally, only level 2 as of now. Buy calls, puts, sell them. Level 1 with spreads and poor man cover calls coming soon. Move over Robinhood. Noto has got this. That should be fun to watch. Most interesting. White Feather. I'm in Florida sitting in my shorts. Yeah, it's 9:14 where you are. It's not 6:14 where we are. Mr. Premium, the option BW, is it totally free to write with them? Is it totally free to write with SoFi? I have no idea. Some folks might know the answer to that question. Anyway, there you have it. Thank you all for being here with me and hanging out. Those of you who are members of this channel, man, you guys are the best. You guys keep us on the air. That's as simple as that. Members of this channel are the backbone of this channel. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And Jen and I thank you very much for your continued loyalty to this channel. Those of you who you get the alert once a month from YouTube that says, would you like to renew your membership? You have to manually say yes every month because you haven't done it on an automatic basis. And an incredible number of you say yes every time. Every time you say, yep, I want to be a member for another month. I want to be a member for another month. It's just become part of your lives. We can't thank you enough for this, loyalty to this channel. It is humbling for us. And without members of this channel, one, it wouldn't exist. With only a few members, this channel, I'd be stuck in Calgary for the winter. And I would be miserable up there trying to desperately find a way to get the hell out. Thank you all for making it possible for Jennifer and I to get out of here and get out to the Southern California, where it might be 44 out, but as a Canadian, this is shorts weather. And getting up to 68 degrees today is going to be glorious. It's going to be absolutely fabulous. We love it. Thank you all. Those of you who are giving thumbs ups to this show, man, we cannot thank you enough. Please do the thumbs up thing for me. Hit that thumbs up button and get us to 200 thumbs ups as soon as possible. We really would appreciate getting to 200 thumbs ups in the first half hour to an hour rather than at the end of the show. We'd love to get to 200 earlier than that. That shows YouTube the momentum here and the engagement. It is superior to any other channel. I defy any other channel to have more thumbs ups per viewer than this channel does. I don't know of one. There are channels out there with live presenters where they'll have 2,000 people watching and they've got 200 thumbs ups. I get 250 people watching and I get 200 thumbs ups. It's incredible how this goes, but I make a point of begging and thanking everyone who does it. And again, it makes a massive difference that this channel survives that way. The more people who can discover us, the more potential members I end up getting, the more people that might take the classes, and the more people that will be writing options for a living. And that means more people for you folks to engage with regards to how you doing. What do you hear? What do you hear? What are you doing? We share so much information between us here. It really pays dividends. So if we can get this channel to double its size, triple its size, quadruple its size, it is still an intimate family of members who compare notes with each other, and it makes a massive difference. Thank you. 127 thumbs ups are in. We need 63 more. Is that right? 73 more? 73 more to get to 200. If you can hit that thumbs up button for us, find it, nail it. Let's go. We have 191 folks here, and 127 are in the basket. Help me out with the meter. Let me know what number you are. When you hit the thumbs up button, send me a message. Bruce, I am thumbs up number 142, 158, 179. I'm number 199. I'm 207. We love it. 130 are here. Now, 130 thumbs ups have come in. Thank you very, very much. Okay, there it is. White Feather, Uncle Bruce has given me hope for a better retirement than I thought would be possible. Let's see, what else? Thank you. Let's go. Joe K, 101 thumbs ups. Ed, added another 1,000 ATIP yesterday at 31.9 cents. It's now 30 pre-market. I'll never financially recover from this. just load up on them, pick them off. I'm convinced that the only reason the stock's down here is because someone was shorting it, and I think they're going to get caught with their pants down. They're not able to buy back. There's no way. If you need to get 5 million shares of ATIP right now, you couldn't get 5 million shares of ATIP right now. You put an order in to buy 100,000 of this stuff, it'll go to 40. You put an order for another 100,000, it's going to 50. You want to buy 1 million shares, it could be $1.20, $1.25 easily. And you want another 4 million after that, this is a $3 stock. There's no way you're going to get 5 million shares if you shorted that many. There's no way in hell you're going to get this stock back. No way. The tax loss selling is going to be ending here shortly. We're running out of time. It's the 9th of December. Tomorrow's Saturday. Then it's Sunday. Then we're back to Monday. A week from now, it's the 16th. A week after that is the 23rd. And then we start the holidays and the shutdown days. The tax loss selling days are numbered. And that means ATIP and any other of our former SPACs that are beaten up are going to be not available at these prices anymore because there's no motivation to sell them. Everyone who needed a tax loss got their tax loss. Everyone who needed to sell to lock in their loss, they did it already. They did it in November. They've done it now. And they're not selling. They have nothing to sell. They're finished. They're gone. And the shareholders who are left are the loyalists. And they're not here for 20, 30 cent profit. They're not here for a quick 10%. They're not day traders. They're long-termers. They like the businesses these guys run. Should be a fun spring coming up. Matthew, Alex, you might want to cover GameStop, and right when it goes up again, the chart looks like it will go up in the first 30 minutes. Well, GameStop is $24.19 right now, down 60 odd cents here on 57,000 pre-market. We are dropping. Anyway, there it is. AJ says, Matt, don't ever let someone tell you what stocks to buy, no matter how much you like them. You have to do your own research, decide what works for you. There you go. Matt Move Along Jr. says, BW, if you couldn't afford to lose it, you should have been invested in it. Did you need the money? You need the money ASAP. Hold is the name of the game. Life is Easy says, Uncle Bruce is a great salesman. You know, he's always trying to push his product. Yeah, well, am I going to talk to you about someone else's channel and tell you to go watch their channel? I'm going to ask you to watch my channel. I think what we have here is important for the market participants. And is there a reason that this channel still has a high number of subscribers and mainly members? They keep coming back. There's a reason why they keep coming back. They make money. It's just that simple. Okay, what else is going on here? Splayer is saying that on First Trade, I pay nothing on calls, only withdrawal fee from them and then my bank in Germany because I do transactions from Europe to the USA. What else have we got here? Mr. Premium says, I'm with Schwab. It's 50 cents to open and 50 cents to close. There you go. JL Mark says, TD Ameritrade charges me 65 cents both in and out. We'll transfer to SoFi real soon. Let's see. Spicy Arnold Android. I'm sorry, Uncle Bruce, that I keep asking the same question over and over. So today I'm going to do what you say. I'm going to write out for a very good price, then buy a poor man cover call, then write on it right away. Now you're talking. There you go. Let's see. Nick is thinking 1,000-point down day's coming. Well, I don't know, but we're down 120 on the Dow. We're opening in 7 minutes. We'll see how this plays out. Let me just refresh my screen to make sure I'm accurate. We got 2440 on GameStop right now. We've been jumping around a lot. We're down 126 on the Dow. It looks like GameStop touched $24 this morning already. We'll see what happens at the opening. I am number 131 on the thumbs up meter, by the way. Thank you, Spicy Android. Appreciate this. Let's go. Yeah, JR, I learned about writing when I first got into options. It's no secret how the math and logic work. What Uncle Bruce offers is a strategy of using poor man cover calls and leveraging up. Spicy Android, the 90-10 rule. That's another one. Mr. Android, Mr. Premium, the option. AJ, I wrote about 200 contracts a month, so it makes a huge difference. Splayer TV says, when I talk to others about our family, I always say we're a group that smells great because you can buy as well. You can buy soap here from Flint Creek if you like. So I mean, we smell nice and we're nice people. Karen, good morning. Good morning. I'm number 135. Yep. There you go. JR. So yes, he promotes himself. He does. He is the product, and he makes his money this way. If you're a doubter, dare to spend a little on yourself and test it out. If you don't make money, go your own way. There you go. Ed, Uncle Bruce, do you know if TFSA accounts also qualify for capital gains losses or for tax breaks? I don't. I don't. I'm not a tax guy, and I stay as far away from it as I can. You got to get these answers elsewhere. Gary, life is easy once you make him money, but none yourself. Funny how that works. JR, if you do welcome, what is it? We be making money. Bottom line, folks, no matter if you use the stocks Uncle Bruce recommends or not. Alberto is in the house. Good morning, Bagel Familia. Hello, my friend. Financial Mischief, boom, activated option on SoFi now to just sit back and wait to be able to sell options. I can't wait. DQ, I am number 140 on that thumbs up meter, Bruce. Alberto, DQ, what's up? Flint Creek Soap Company, the official soap for stocks with Uncle Bruce. I love you guys. DQ, Bama Babe, just got here. What was the question? Okay. Nick, that feeling when everyone else is getting options on SoFi, but you're just sitting here twiddling your thumbs. 4 minutes to go, and we're going to open up for trading here, guys. Welcome one, welcome all to the channel and the show this morning. I'm noticing that Apple had been higher today in the pre-market and is now backed off quite dramatically from that 144 level down to the 142 level. So we took a bit of a tumble there, interestingly. Let's see here. Let's take a look at some of our other early pre-market quotes before we start trading. We got about 3-4 minutes to go. I see Rocket Lab. They were up 4 cents yesterday to 398. They're now at 406, up 8 cents. Then SoFi yesterday was up a dime to 440. It's now 434, down 6 cents this morning. GameStop was up 252 yesterday. Very good day. But today down 31 cents in the pre-market. It's been underwater all morning. We'll see how this opens. Matterport was up 7 cents yesterday to 282. It's now 283, up a penny. 23andMe was down 7 cents at 308. It's at 304, down 4 this morning. Expire was up 4 cents to 123, and it's unchanged this morning. 8TIP was up not quite a penny, 0.8 of a penny yesterday to 31.42. And the last trade I see here is 30 cents even. Smart Rent, 259 yesterday, up 15 cents. This morning down a penny at 258. Cyxtera, 184 yesterday, up a penny. Now 193, up about 9 cents. Apple was up 171 yesterday to 142.65. It's down 54 to 142.11. Goldman was down 184 yesterday, is now 208 lower, down to 356.05. Cisco gained 81 cents yesterday, got to 48.99, but now is 48.94. We got so we're down like 5-6 cents. Tesla was down 60 cents yesterday. Pardon me, down 60. It's up 67 this morning. There's all kinds of talk about the Tesla Shanghai plant getting shut down for retooling and lack of orders. And there's rumors everywhere about Tesla, just all over the place. ARC Innovations, 35.15 yesterday, up 81. We're down 38 this morning. Microsoft was up 303 yesterday. It's down 271 this morning, 244.70 last indicated trade. We got 2 minutes to go. Bed Bath Beyond gained 6.5 yesterday, down 7 this morning. They're giving that back. Pfizer was up 154 yesterday, big day, to 51.78. We're down 4 cents, holding most of these gains. That's pretty good. HPQ at 28.48 yesterday, up 65 cents. It's down 18 cents this morning, 28.30. Carvana gained $1.13, I guess, to 4.96. It's now 4.54, down 42 cents. What a problem they're having there. Google was 93.95, down $1.20 yesterday. It's down a dime now at 93. Looks like 93.85, 86 roughly. And Amazon was up 189 yesterday. It's down 139 today. It's at 88.97. That's what we've got going on. We are a minute away from firing up the day here. So let's see if how this market wants to start things off and where we're going to go with it. 24.31 last indicated trade on GameStop on 66,000 shares yesterday morning. I think we traded more than 250,000 in the pre-market. So we're down to a quarter of the volume from yesterday, and I think we're up and running. Let me take a look at my thingy here. There's Larry Titus hitting the bells. That means the market's open. There's no denying it. There's no poo-pooing it. There's no conspiracy theories here. We're up. We're open. We're going. We're trading. Welcome. Thank you, Larry. Appreciate it very, very much. Well, let's see what's going to happen here. We're up and we're running. Let's see if we can make some money today. It's option expiry Friday, December the 9th. A week ago, Jen and I landed here. It's incredible how time flies. It just blows my mind. The Dow at the moment is showing a negative 64 point opening. We'll see how it settles out as everything starts firing up. I do note it looks like GameStop is down some 40-odd cents at 24.35 so far in the morning. ATIP is at 32 cents, it looks like. The Tesla seems to be up 88 cents. SoFi holding a 4 cent drop at 4.36. Apple is down 78 cents. HBQ down 9. Let's see how we roll. 24.23 on GameStop, down 53 cents. Right now, down 2% to start the morning. We have the Dow now down 99 points. A larger drop on the Dow coming through. ATIP still sitting at 32. It looks like 32 cents on 27,000. Tesla up 82, SoFi down 7, Apple down 124, HBQ down 18, Amazon down 112, Home Depot down 151, Cisco down 14 cents. Option Nomads, number 151, my friend. Thank you so much, everybody, for these thumbs ups. Keep them coming in. 152 have come in now. We need 48 to get to 200. Let's make this happen. Thank you all for your support with those thumbs ups. Love it. We appreciate it so much. We're down 120 on the Dow. More selling coming in. Pfizer's up 39 cents. Netflix got a $13 gain going. Cisco down 15 cents. IBM up down 51. Microsoft down 278. Vanik down 225. Adobe down 320. Goldman down 180. The NASDAQ stocks are the losers. They're down 0.75 percentage point. The Dow's down a third of a point at 120. S&P is down about 0.43. So seeing these NASDAQ stocks lower, not surprising them, but the index is the worst performer so far. 38-cent gain on oil at 71.84, trying to hang around. And let's see what's going on. What else is going on here? 24.29 on GameStop, down 50 cents. 24.19 I see over on my other device, 24.33 on this device. So we got a dead cat bounce happening here after a drop down to 24.19. We'll see how that plays itself forward. Bagel Babe, I started learning how to scalp futures. I have burned 3 bagels this week because I put them in the oven and then I get caught in a trade. I've never burned a bagel trading options. I'm just saying, interesting. Welcome to the party, pals. Nice to have you here. Appreciate all of you popping in and joining us today. Mr. Premium, Meet Kevin is in New York to ring the bell at the close today. Well, rock and roll for Meet Kevin. Way to go. YouTuber. Not bad. Good stuff. GameStop 24.47 down 32 centinos. Now 24.44. Trying a little recovery. Still down about 35, I guess. We closed at 24.79 yesterday, so there you are. Interesting stuff. Yeah, never a dull moment in the world. You know, Meet Kevin has been a YouTuber for at least a decade now, and started off as in real estate. He really talked about real estate at the beginning, but he has diversified his interests, and now he talks about the stock market. And I think he really jumped on the market about 3 years ago when the GameStop thing took off. He got into it. He works hard. He really does. More power to him. He's got a good following. No question about it. I think he's launched an ETF or something like that. I don't know anything about it, but anyway, there you go. Interesting stuff. Let's see what else is going on. JR says, what's up with U.S. steel? Every time the market dumps, it skyrockets. This defies logic. Matthew, my stink work for SoFi is smiling. 435.9 is the trading on SoFi, down 4.8 cents. So Matthew might be trying to scoop some cheap stock here. Tesla is up 68 cents. ATIP is now up 0.6 of a penny at 32 cents. GameStop is 24.22, now backing off again, down 57 cents. The low of the day on GameStop today is 24.06, and we're back to 24.22, 16 cents away from the low of the day on that one. Apple down 133 to 141.50. It was 144 in the pre-market, even higher than that. But I think the reality of Apple's predicament is becoming concerning, and I'm waiting for analysts to buck up and step up to the plate and call it like it's happening, and that is begin the talk that Apple will not meet expectations. Whoever's expectations, they're not going to meet it. They're going to fall short. 6 million shortage, 6 million phone shortage of the i14 phone without a price increase in America. This is going to add up. This is going to hit, and it's not like the company's in trouble, but they're not going to be the high-flying winner. A year ago, Apple was setting unbelievable results where people were thinking, oh, well, they'll make this much money, and then they made 30% more, like not 0.5% more, 30% more. And then the next quarter, well, they'll do this, and they exceeded that by 30% again. The stock would just jump. Those days are over. That we're not even going to meet the conservative strategist or conservative numbers. But I don't see analyst after analyst after analyst stepping up to the microphone and saying what I'm telling you is going to happen. They're not doing, because they don't want to piss off their managers and their bosses in Wall Street. The big boys in the investment banks do not want the market to think that Apple might go down to 110 a share. They don't want anyone talking like that. But that could happen. And unfortunately, it doesn't have to be a shocking announcement. We could be getting the little dribs and drabs of information now from qualified analysts who would just grow a couple and step up and say, here, this is what I see, a shortfall of revenue. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. There's a shortfall coming, and it's going to be so many billions of dollars less in revenue. That means billions less in profit. You can't escape this. This is fact. This is math. Right now, people don't want to talk about math. I guess, I don't know. 24.21 on GameStop. There's some math for you. We're down 58 cents a share. JR, Bagel Babe. Wow, a new experience. Eating those burned bagels, a taste of option success. BW, is Meet Kevin going to be hanging out with his buddy Sam Bankman-Fried? So, Joe Olivia. So, it's my birthday today. Congratulations, Uncle Bruce. And oddly enough, all I want is my stock to slightly go down. Need those covered calls to be out of the money. That's all I'm asking. Nothing serious. Just, a little dip would be nice. 24.10 on GameStop. We're down now almost 70 cents here. Brian, Jar, you sound like Nick now. Brian, number 153 here. BW, Joe Olivia, happy birthday to you. Wing Commander, I'm finally here. I'm number 164. Thank you, my friend. Wing Commander, what did I miss? Absolutely nothing. A spicy bought back at 30 cents now. Is January 20th a good date? Yes, it is. It is a very good date. Brian Herrera, thank you, Brian. Hey, Uncle Bruce, any chance of a short squeeze for SoFi? What do you think? Anything is possible. I am convinced that SoFi's days down here are numbered, because I think not the short squeeze, but the tax loss selling pressure is about to end. I've read nothing but bad news on SoFi. I shouldn't even say that. I've read nothing but bad commentary on SoFi, not bad news, commentary. I cannot believe how many naysayers there are about this company that is growing on all metrics. They're a chartered bank now. They're not a fly-by-night .com bank outfit. They're not a crypto outfit. They're a chartered bank now. They are solid. I think they're going to do so well. They're only a few quarters away, and maybe not even a few quarters away from pulling in profits per quarter. But the naysayers just are everywhere, and I think they're misguided. I think they're totally out to lunch. The question is, upon the end of tax loss selling for all this market, just what happens next? Do we have an instant turnaround, or do we have a slow, steady run-up that lasts all year? It's going to be interesting, because if these shares go from the 430, 440, 450 neighborhood, and at the end of the year, they're $8, $9, $10, everybody who bought stock on SoFi for the last several months through the early part of this year, they'll all be up on it. They'll all have made money. There won't be any tax loss selling next year. Everyone will be in a capital gain situation. And the higher the gain, the more motivated people are to hang on to it. That tightens it up even more. Let's just see what happens here. Michael, BW, no, his buddy Sam Adams. That's where I'm going. Joe, appreciate you, BW. Now let's have some depreciation in the market, laughing out loud. Nick Dumouriez, another day, another 100 ATIP. Susan Shops about 156 thumbs ups. Octavio, 157 on the thumbs up meter, Bruce. You are pushing 200 here in the near future. I show now 158, I think. If my meter is correct and my page is up to date here. Sometimes I get info that's a little behind. Thank you all so much for helping out with the thumbs up meter. We are over 3/4 of the way to 200 thumbs ups because of you guys already today. We're down 75, maybe 79 on the Dow. GameStop is at 23.98. It looks like we're under 24. And that would put us near our low now, 23.89. So we are backing off on GameStop. So far this morning, the volume in the first, 12 minutes 544,000. Like there is no support here. There's no way we're going to match yesterday's volume. There's not a chance. That can't happen with this kind of an opening. Yesterday's volume was well in excess of what was it yesterday? 10 million. It was about 10 million shares, wasn't it? We're not going to see 5. We might not even see 4. This is definitely a quiet day coming in here, and that tells me we're going down. We're going lower. You cannot keep running the market $2 a day without the volume. There's not a chance. Sorry, I've been around too long to know that. Anyway, 2406. There's a little dead cat recovery on, but not much. We'll see how this works out as we keep pounding away. 161 thumbs ups. You guys are awesome. Thank you very much. All right, Bagel Babe, dear Santa, all I want for Christmas is a tax problem. Matthew, they're just taking advantage of FTX collapse. It's a dirty game. Nothing is wrong with SoFi. There's nothing wrong with SoFi. Absolutely nothing. Alex, there's something to remember. So red year equals tax loss selling. Green year equals Santa rally. No guarantees, obviously. Aurora, number 77 and 178. Have a great weekend, everybody. Thank you, Aurora, for these thumbs ups. Your support is appreciated. We got a 55-point drop on the Dow. We're back to 2397 on GameStop. We're down 3 points on S&P. We're down 22 on NASDAQ. We're expecting a drop. They're saying U.S. stocks open lower, set for weekly drop after hotter than expected wholesale inflation report. Bad news for interest rates. They're not going to ease up. The Fed will go at least a 0.5 point. And that's nothing to celebrate. That's been telegraphed for everyone. This is not going to be, it's only 0.5 point instead of a 3/4 point. Let's go up. No. They might set a 0.5 point now for the next 3 months. They might be that strict about it. And that'll push us over 5.5% on the Fed fund rate. Lots to follow here. Let's continue on. Thank you all. Alberto, hey uncle, I'm here. You can begin right now. Just start the show as if you just got here. It's all good. 2416 again on GameStop as it dipped under 23 yet again. Now it's 2415. It's down 83 cents, down 63 cents. That's where we're at right now. The Dow's down 5, 6, 7, 8 points. There's a computer buy program coming in. Is it real or is it a fake? We're going to find out. Tesla's up 534 to 178. Got a dead cat bounce going there. ATIP at 31.2 right now. SoFi 439 down 1 penny. Apple 142.10 down 55 cents. HPQ down 9 cents right now. Good morning, everybody from Constantine. I am 162 on the thumbs up meter for Bruce. 38 to go. DQ, Alberto, Tesla. Welcome, DQ, everything. Nick, wow, going green right now. It's option expiry day, kids. All kinds of shenanigans are going to happen here. A lot of folks have reason to play games with their option expiries and their everything else. 24.19 on GameStop now. 24.14 down 65 cents. That's what we have going on. Constantine, Uncle Bruce, would you be so kind to explain again, why is it better to write far out, 1, 2, 3 months out versus in a week? Thank you very much. The argument and the strategy that I have been, talking about here the last several months is too many of you were trying to score penny gains on very short-term contracts, thinking this is the way to do it. A lot of you wanted to. You were getting into option writing in the first place because it was a conservative way to bring income in from existing shares that you have. And some of you began to get a little too aggressive with the day trading aspect of it. You were looking for more action than you really should be looking for when it comes to option writing. And what happened was a number of you were giving away dollar gains and exchanging them for penny gains. And I would get these comments from time to time, mainly private emails or one-on-ones, where viewers would say to me, I'm doing everything right, but I'm not making any money. That was the comment. I'm doing everything right. I'm writing a call that's out of the money. The option goes lower. I buy it back for less cash, and I write another one. And then the comment would be, but I only I wrote 5 of them, or I wrote 10 of them, and I brought in $300. I brought in $600. I brought in $500. I brought in $700. And they're not able to add additional shares to their portfolio. They're not able to buy additional deep in the money calls. They're not able to expand their account. They're just kind of treading water, because some folks need $1,000 a month out of their account to pay bills and other IOUs, which is the point of a lot of this. And they're just not bringing in enough cash. Where if you write a call that is a month or 2 or 3 out, and it can be an out of the money call, you are inherently upfront going to receive $3 a contract, $3.50 for. Depends on the stock, obviously. Now let's talk GameStop, because most people here are GameStop option writers. To write a GameStop contract for 2 or 3 months out, you can haul in $3.50 to $5.50 a contract. Depends on which one you write. Some of them can haul in even $6 and more. I would rather you guys have a situation where you've written 5 calls, 6 calls at $6 a piece or $5 a piece. You brought in like $3,000 something into your account, $2,500, $3,000. And now you're asking yourself, how much of this money am I giving back? Because you really have money on the line. You think differently when you have a balance of $3,000 or $5,000 or $8,000 in your hands. Again, if you're writing 20 calls at $5 a call, that's $10,000. You're going to think differently than someone who just wrote 20 calls at 80 cents a piece. You only brought in $1,600. You're not going to think the same way. But when you bring in $10,000 and it's sitting in your account cash, and maybe you had a debit balance in your account on margin for $4,000. Now you got a positive balance of $6,000 in your account. You're not paying interest on the $4,000. You think differently. You act differently. You watch the market differently, because your blood pressure just went way down. You're into a weekly contract or a 2-week contract. You're on edge. Every little twitch in the market will affect you. It'll affect your diet. It'll affect your appetite. It'll affect your patience, and it'll affect your trading strategy. When you have longer term, you buy into this program of, well, I don't have to work about do a trade today or tomorrow. I have weeks to decide what to do next. If there's a dip coming, I'm going to let a market dip happen. And you've got a week to allow a market dip happen without any consequences whatsoever. If you only got a 1-week contract, you don't have 3 weeks for a dip to make you money. You have 3 days. Now you're pressuring the stock to deliver a return to you that you shouldn't be doing. You should allow the stock to do what it does and profit from it. And as an option writer, you write a 2-month out contract, get a fat premium, or a 3-month out contract. You can write an out of the money, a further out of the money contract for a good money as well. That's another factor in the comfort level. For those of you who are new to this, I'm trying to get you guys to bring in huge dollar wins, so that when you do a rollover, you wrote a call for 6, you bought it for $2.50, you wrote another one for $6. The difference between the 2 trade prices allows you to buy another 1 or 2 deep in the money calls. And that is your ultimate game plan anyway, is to grow your account ability to write more contracts. You're not going to do it with 4-day contracts. It's just not going to happen. You're not going to get a $6 premium on an out of the money call that has a week left to go. It's just not there. You're dealing in pennies now. I don't want you dealing in pennies. I want you dealing in dollars. If you're going to score $2,000 a month from an option account, or $3,000 a month from trading options, $1,000 goes to bills and $1,000 or $2,000 goes into the market, that $1,000 or $2,000 could be enough money to buy another deep in the money call. You're getting the best of both worlds. Money for bills, capital to grow your account with another deep in the money call. You're writing more calls. and you're getting raises much more often. You guys have got to get to the point where you're hauling in 10, 15, and 20,000 a month, where you can satisfy many things at the same time. One, you might quit day jobs. You might give up careers. You might give up part-time jobs you have. You might give up full-time jobs and just keep a part-time gig and write options full-time. That's one. Two, you have a ton of dough coming in to allow you to keep growing your account. Three, by writing further out in time contracts, you eliminate short-term mistakes. And this is what many of you have told me is holding you back. You write a bunch of calls and they're too short, and you panic and you buy them back too soon because you don't have the patience, because you've got this 3-4 day mentality in your head. You think you got to make a move in a couple of days, and in reality, you do have to make a move in a week. And you're pushing the market. You're pushing the stock to give you a result that isn't there. And I wouldn't recommend you do that. That's why I'm trying to get you guys away from making mistakes where you could have waited another week and made a killing on your contracts. But no. You wrote too short a call, you panicked, you bought back, you made 20 cents instead of $2. You're never going to make $2 a contract in a 3-day contract anyway, but you can on a 1 month, 2 month contract. That's what we're talking about here. And this is, you've got to buy into this. You've got to ask yourself, why did I start writing calls in the first place? I love it when you write a call that's out of the money for $6, and 3 days later it's trading at 275. Of course we love trades like that. They don't happen in 3 days all the time. They happen very occasionally. You've got to buy into the program that a $6 call will become a $2 call, but you're going to wait around a little bit to make it happen. But the waiting is profitable, because if you've written 20 calls and brought in 12 grand, and the contracts go down to $2 a month later, there's $4 in profits times 20. That's $8 grand in a month. Why don't you work that out compared to a day job? Think about that. You work 37 and a half hours a week for an employer somewhere. If they leave you alone and don't make you work overtime, you don't have to come in Saturdays. 37 and a half hours a week for 4 weeks. How many hours is that? How much money did you make? 8 grand in that time frame. Divide 37 and a half times 4 into that money, and you'll see how much money an hour. How much money per hour you made letting contracts go from 6 to 2 times 20 calls. You can't afford to work for anybody anymore. No one is going to pay you $8,000 net a month necessarily. Some of you do make that, but not all of you. And when you get to the point where you're writing 30 calls and you're making $4 a call, $12,000 return to you, you'll figure out, now I know why I do this. Now I know why I write calls good for 6, 8, 12 weeks out. I get it now. The dollars are huge, and you've given yourself more time for a dip or a market correction or whatever to happen to make your next move. Or you've given yourself way more time to decide a rollover strategy, because if the shares want to go higher, you're happy anyway. Yeah, go higher. I got all these deep in the money calls. Every time the stock goes up $1, my deep in the money call goes up 98 cents. I love it. Stock wants to go up $10, your calls are $9.80 more valuable. Okay, you're doing rollovers on the calls you've written to stay ahead of the market. You're loving every minute of it, but you've got time, an extra day or two to decide and strategize. Weeklies, it's panic time. And how many people do you see commenting here, I hope my stock goes down today because I want to be out of the money? That is gambling on the stock. You're not an investor. You're a Las Vegas special. Get out of that mode. Get out of that mode and become an option writer. Cold, calculating sniper that takes positions and waits. You're like a crocodile in the Nile, Sooner or later, the wildebeest will come. They have to cross the river. The gazelles are coming. All the zebras are coming. And you're a 20-foot croc, and you're waiting, and you're waiting, and you're waiting. And then it's feeding time. and there's violence in the river for a few minutes, and then it's all calm again. That's what option writing is. Every once in a while, things go crazy, and then it gets calm again, and you've taken a new position, and you've got the money in your account already. This is so exciting for newbies when they realize, my God, I love doing this. I just wrote 30 calls on GameStop, all on Poor Man Covered calls. I got $6 each for these calls. I got 18 grand in my account, cash balance. And all I have to do now is decide how much to give back. This is exciting stuff. This gets really interesting. When you start writing 100 calls at $650 a call and ringing $65,000, and the calls are only good for 8 weeks, you're sitting there going, 8 weeks, $65,000. Oh boy, it's easy to wait. It gets easier to wait the bigger the account gets. Because again, a loaf of bread to you is the same price as someone who's unemployed or is a multi-billionaire. And now you got 65,000 reasons to be patient, because I got you there. We're getting you up here to buy more deep in the money calls, to write more calls, to make you richer. You cannot get rich flipping 5 calls at a time. You're not going to get, you're going to blow it. It's not going to happen. I hope that helps. I'm sitting on 180s, expiring 1.6. I'm crossing my arms, says Alberto. Where's the rug man? That is on Tesla, isn't it? Yes. They're 177. You're laughing. You're laughing on those. Michael, bought back my December 16 GameStop 2625s for 59 cents. I sold them for 344. Stink offer in to resell. Let's go, baby. Way to go, Michael. DQ Alberto, sell your cars and get a gasoline pickup truck. Brian, he wants to have us. He wants us to have money in the bank for the massive dips that are coming. DQ, nice going, Michael. Brian, Mike, call. What covered calls are you thinking of selling now? Alberto, DQ, okay. Michael H, same strike, but Jan 20s. Trying to sell those. Good luck, says Brian. You bet you. Mr. Premium got $24 strike cash secure puts on GameStop that expired today. Arms folded. Double D, January 2025. GameStop $10 calls for $15.50. Is that a good deal? They're worth $13.68 right now. And they're in the neighborhood. They're just a little out of 90-10, but for 2025, yeah, that's a good one. Alberto, my brother Sammy is a lurker watching, just learning to be kind. By the way, Double D, if you put in a stink bid at, around that bid level, just ahead of the bid, might be the way to do it. Brian, what is the 90-10? What is 90-10 on that? You got to check the classes, man. You got to check the classes. Uncle Bruce is truly a Sensi. Is that good, Jen? Sensi, S-E-N-S-E-I.
Yes, a sensei.
Sensei? Is that...
in karate, you have your sensei. Mr. Whatever his name was.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't watch Karate Kid, sorry.
Yeah,
Wasn't a boy.
What was that show? What was that series called? Yeah, with David Carradine, right?
It was something really repulsive.
Kung Fu,
yeah.
The 1970s. Well, we were smart back then. AJ, Mr. Premium, I have GameStop cash secure puts expiring today too, but they're 25s. I might just let it get assigned to finally own some stock. Bagel Babe, constant profits are better than quick profits. Matthew, chat went quiet. Everyone is listening to him. Olivia, good morning. I'm number 167. Mr. Premium, fold arms still this afternoon, then decide or just get assigned and buy GameStop on a discount. Bagel Babe, it might be just me, but I like writing 4 to 5 week out contracts so I don't feel super pressured to roll. Mm-hmm. Too stressful when I only have a couple of days to roll. Exactly. Exactly.
You do what's comfortable for you.
Christina's ears are burning. The thing, too, about this is if you do write contracts further out, just because they're 8-10 week contracts, it doesn't mean you're going to wait 8 to 10 weeks. You might make a move in 2 to 3 weeks. It's just that you're dealing with those contracts now. You're going to go from 8 to 10 week contracts. They're going to go down to 6-7 weeks, and you're going to write new 8 to 10 week contracts. You're just playing with those up there. But when they drop a third of their value, they go from 6 to 4. They don't go from 60 cents to 40 cents. You don't make 20 cents profit. You make $2. This is what I'm trying to tell you. A poor man covered call, a deep in the money call. You could write a 1 week contract or a 3 month contract. it doesn't matter. You don't have to pay more to write a $6 contract or a $5.50 contract. That's the point here. I love this. Nick Demorier says, I live in America, Uncle Bruce, please. I'm an alligator. I'm not a croc. Constantine. Oh my gosh, Uncle Bruce, thank you so much for another priceless list. Thank you. Just bought another long call on a stink bid to write my 25 Poor Man cover call. Thank you, sir. Started with 12 calls 2 months ago.
Look at that. That's great.
It's awesome, man.
12
John Anderson, good morning, Jen. Splair,
Good
Jen
morning,
explaining Sensei, great, and good morning, by the way. Beach Boy, Uncle Bruce, what's Zed's verdict on a one-on-one? I'm moving to 10 or I'm staying at 2. I don't know. Zed Estate's got to get back to me. Is he going to have a one-on-one this Sunday or not? Send me a private email. Let me know what you want to do, buddy. You can either have 10 in the morning or you can have 2 in the afternoon, or Beach Boys taking it. So whichever one you don't take, he'll take one, and we'll go from there, okay? Matthew Sensei is a teacher of martial arts. There you go. Well, thank you all for helping me out. How you doing, Auntie Jen?
Good. How are you?
I'm very good. It was very, very good. We had a wonderful visit yesterday with a friend of ours at Costco.
So nice.
It was just so nice and easy going. And
we might have to go shopping.
Yeah, that's what scares me. That's just I'm panicking now. Oh God, option writers want to go shopping with Auntie Jen because they have money. Oh gosh, what can I say? BW, the market makers did it again this week. Recession is over. All this last week, doom and gloom this week, sucking the gamblers, buying on the rise on GameStop yesterday with a $2 pop. Thanks for the premium, suckers. Right on.
Yeah, I see you kind of fell out of bed this morning.
Yeah, we're a little lower on GameStop. We're at $23.92 now, down 87 cents. Not holding those. I think we touched 25 for like a second yesterday, maybe for a trade.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, and the Dow right now is off about 45 points, 54. S&P unchanged. NASDAQ down 9. So that's what's going on. We'll see we'll see how the market eats all of this up. 23.84 now on GameStop, down 95. The low of 23.55 already. So this is we just had a little dead cat bounce back to 24. Now we're dropping again. So up and down goes GameStop. Well, it's Friday.
It's Friday.
What are we going to do today? I'm thinking grape jelly.
Right? Close the week off.
But
grape jelly.
I'm going to have to say lightly toasted because our toaster oven is just a killer.
It just sucks all the moisture.
Yeah, it just turns it into a hard pretzel. Yeah. That's too much. So maybe just slightly. And
just to get it warm.
I think what we're going to do later today is we're going to go for a little run over to the old Walmart here and pick up a cheap toaster.
Get a bagel toaster.
Just a $20-something thing. Yeah. Nothing too fancy because we can't take it with us. We have to leave it behind as a gift.
Well, that's what we did last year.
Didn't we give that to our friend to take to Phoenix?
Yeah, they took it to Phoenix.
So we have a toaster waiting for us in Phoenix anytime we want it.
There you go.
See, sooner or later, we'll be able to drive all over the USA and have toasters everywhere. And little fans, and whiteboards.
That's right, whiteboards. We leave whiteboards behind.
We'll have those all over the place.
Get a whiteboard.
Oh, my goodness.
Okay,
Nomads, thank you so much, man.
You're welcome.
Fantastic.
Keep telling
them to do what they got to do. 23.80 down 99 on GameStop. We're down to almost $1 here. Look at that. Okay. Michael H. says, we've investigated ourselves and we have found no wrongdoing. Michael, I have a lamp for you if you need a lamp. BW, somehow you never seem to leave a lamp. Actually, no, haven't had to buy a lamp, thankfully. Dude, I've gone from no options in August of 2020. I'm not at Poor Man Cover Call yet, but I'm still pulling in $3-4 grand in options every month now, better than I ever expected. And I am a simpleton. Uncle Bruce is truly the GOAT. $3,000-4,000 a month, that's $36,000 to $48,000 a year added income from an account that was dormant. Hey, can you pay bills with this? Yeah, you can. And if you're carrying 22% interest rate debt, and you're knocking off $4 grand a month in that, or a couple of grand here and there, and you're changing your life, man. You are changing the cost of living big time. No question about it. IR Aaron says lamps. Dude, thank you. $20 donation. Thank you, Uncle Bruce. Thank you, my friend. We accept any and all donations, super chats and PayPals and whatever. I just want you guys to make money. Just make money. Build your portfolio and generate some real cash here. If you can knock off $2,000 a month on your credit card bills, my God, that would have to probably knock off 100 or so a month in payments every month. I mean, if you can lower your cost of debt dramatic, oh my gosh, it's incredible. Beach Boy, holy moly, what's going on? Beach Boy, thank you. Hi there, Jen. Your move, Alberto, says Beach Boy. Constantine is saying, oh yeah, here's $20 for Bruce. Thank you, Uncle Bruce, for your wisdom. You guys are awesome. I love these colors. I gotta say, thank you all so much for these. You guys are insane. I love you guys. Make money, please make money. Down $1.09 on your GameStop. Down go these contracts. Watch those. December 16th, your January 20s. Down we go. Here we are. The earnings are out, and it's a nothing burger. And look at that. The stock was $27.28 last week. $23.66 right now, down $1.12. Low of the day, $23.55. Your GameStops are falling, and they are going to pay you handsomely on these premium gains. And you know what? Away we go. That's what it's about. Dude, I see the path to $30,000 a month. It's in my mind's eye, and I am a simpleton. It's happening. Kent is saying toaster fine. There's a toaster fine. Kent, voice texting sucks. Those donations can go for a toaster. Yeah. We're thinking a cheapo Walmart toaster. I could have bought one at Costco yesterday. They're like $50. But I said to Jen, I don't want to leave a $50 toaster behind in the next 4 months and 3 weeks. I don't want to do that. I mean, it's ridiculous. Let's grab a $20, $15, $20 toaster and just, be done with it. We'll hope that'll work out. I'll see what's going on. A toaster fund is underway. Auntie Jen's hip replacement fund is being funded. That's where all these dollars are going. Whatever dollars comes to us, that will fund her operation here at the Eisenhower Medical Center. And we will know a lot of answers next week of what's going on. So, we are pumped up, man. We are jazzed. We've been counting the days down for months from up there. Kent, I'm sure they're less than 20 at Walmart. I'm hoping. I know we bought one last year for like $14.99, but I'm thinking with inflation, it's probably 18 to 20 bucks. We'll find out. We would like a little bit of an adjuster on it because, toast versus a bagel, but anyway, it's on our to-do list later today. Head to the Walmart and see what we can dig up over there and, see what gives. Again, thank you all very much. Dude, thank you. Beach Boy, thank you. Constantine, thank you all. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. We'll see what's going on, everybody. Where are we at now? We're down $1.08 on GameStop, 23.71. The Dow's off 32. The SP just went negative again, down 1.8. NASDAQ is down 8. Let's see what happens. 23.68 on GameStop, down 111 at the moment. Pressure, more stock coming in. Volume on GameStop now is what? 1 million. So that's 250,000 pre-market, pre-split. This is dead. This is really, we're not going to see 5 million today. It'll be lucky if we do. HEIP 31.8 cents last trade, up 0.4 of a penny. Tesla's up 446 to 177.90. SoFi is 437 up, down 3 pennies actually. Apple is 142.22, down 43. HBQ down 3 cents at 28.44. Amazon down 74. Home Depot down $1.34. Cisco down 6 cents at 48.93. Netflix up $14 today. There's a boost there, and Wells Fargo says upgrading, citing improving turn, stable subsidies. Again, I just don't believe it. I am a negative on this stock. I'm sorry to say, I just don't have the faith in Netflix's ability to stay up here. I'm looking for a drop, but competition and all. But we'll see. Pfizer's up 4 cents. IBM down 25. Microsoft down 220. Adobe down $2. Manica up 50. Goldman up 29. Google unchanged. Boeing up 285. Moderna down 497. Facebook Meta Platforms up 13 cents to 115. ME up a half a penny. Rocket Lab up 11. Matterport down 1.5. SmartRent up to 262, up 3 more. Expire up a penny, and Sextera sit at 178.5, down 5.5.
Like Christmas lights.
Thank you,
Reds
Jen.
and greens.
Reds and greens. That's right. Thank you, Jen, so much for this. I'll see you a little later. Beautiful stuff, everybody. We got the grape jelly on the bagels here. Is that a beautiful thing? You gotta love it. What else is going on here? Dude, Kent can have the toaster when you're done. I sense an ulterior motive here. Spicy, how close? A January 17, $20, $15 call for $12.75. The 15 January GameStop is $8.66 in value. You do not buy that $1,200 contract. That is way out of the 90-10 rule. No, you got to buy the 10s. You got to look at buying the 10s. That's too expensive. Thank you all so much for being here. I can bite through this, no problem. Grape jelly from Welch's. Okay, the Dow's off 92. Down again. We're down 7 on S&P. We're down 23 on NASDAQ. Headline, consumer sentiment improves in December as inflation worries ease. That's not good news. That's bad news for the Fed. Treasury yields move higher after hotter than expected U.S. wholesale inflation report. Interesting. Oh, my God. An Olive Garden manager was fired after a time off rant. Somebody wanted some time off. If your dog died, you need to bring him in and prove it to us before you get time off. Those are the managers you let go quick, real quick. Oh, my God. Is it any wonder anyone in middle management just fears a manager like this in any other situation? You don't want to work for people like this. Organizations that tolerate this. Karim, no slurping this morning. Uncle Bruce, what happened? I'm not sure what's going on here. We're down 68 on the Dow right now, everybody. Welcome one, welcome all. Oil holding a 75-cent gain, but that's it. That is it. Thank you all. Yeah, who cares says I think the January 2025 $10 call is 15 to 15.75. It gives you a better buffer to spicy. And this contract is now worth 13.56 with the stock at 23.56, down 123 right now for GameStop. You can get these for 15. You're only paying $1.50, $1.40 more than its value. That's well within the 90-10 rule. Well done. So yeah, you might even put a stake bid in at 14.70, 14.65, and see if it comes there. The stock drops a little further. Those calls might shift a little lower. Score them. Absolutely. It's a $1,500 contract at $15. If you can now write against that contract a 1 or 2 month contract further ahead and bring in $350, $450 against a $1,500 contract, you're bringing in $400 to $450. That's a pretty good return for a couple of months. This is a January 2025 contract. You can be able to write these for the next 2 years. Yeah, this is pretty good stuff. All right. Well done, everybody. Congrats. Love it. We're down 91 on the Dow. 23.49 on GameStop. Low of the day right now. Mm-mm-mm. 23.49, low of the day. We're at 23.52. Giving back a bunch of these gains from yesterday. $23.48, new low. 47, new low. Right on. Spicy Android 1475 stink bid is in. Thank you, Uncle Bruce. Rock and roll. Let's see if you get hit. Stock is backing off. 23.49. Down it goes. Okay. So good. Everybody, raise your hand if you want to go to an Olive Garden restaurant, knowing that that location made an employee bring in a dead dog to prove to the manager that their dog truly died so they could get a day off. Hands up. And hands up. Those of you who think that the health board would really like to know what restaurant we're talking about here, to investigate the cleanliness of that location that manager has been running for the last little while. Yeah, man. Unbelievable. Oh, gosh. Spicy Android, yes, you are grabbing those 10s. Well done. Matthew, I read something last week about yield curve inversion, where the 10-year bond is dropping and the 2-year bond is going up. And they said very bad in our situation, but during low inflation times, it is good. Oh, my gosh. Yeah, you can read all kinds of neat stuff here. Spicy. So I wrote the January 20. Rock and roll. Michael? Spicy, what strike? Kareem is laughing. Spicy, now if the stink bid hits, I'll have 7 poor man covered calls. I'll have no power left, but I'll write out right away on my new call. Powder. Got it. Michael, who would want to go on an Olive Garden is the real question. Spicy. $10 Mike is what I've got. That's the one he's trying to buy. I'm not sure which one he's writing. Olivia, that's why you don't give a reason when you can't go in. They just ask questions. It's insane, though. China Garden says Touchgrass. Oh, my gosh. We're down 107 points now on the Dow. We're dropping again, and I think we're approaching sort of the low of the day neighborhood here. 33,641 is the low today. We're at now 691, so we're 50 points away from the low of the day here on the lower end of the scale. We've got GameStop at 23.55. Down 124. ATIP is trading at 32 cents, up 0.6 of a penny. The volume on GameStop, by the way, is 1.18 million. ATIP, the volume is 80,000, and we're at 32 cents now. Tesla 178.66, up 522. No, only up 488. Tesla slipping a little bit here. SoFi is down 4.5 cents to 435. Apple is down 52 cents to 142.13. HPQ down 1 penny. Amazon down 97. Home Depot down 166. Cisco down a dime. Netflix up 13 bucks. Pfizer up 15 cents. IBM down 32 cents. Microsoft down 221. Vanik up 63 cents. Adobe down 202. Goldman down 37. Google up 6 cents. Boeing up $2.83. Moderna down 478. Meta Platforms down 27 cents. ME down up a half a penny. Rocket Lab up 11. Matterport down 1.5. SmartRent up 2.5. Spire up 1 penny. Cyxtera down 5.5. Royal Caribbean up 2 cents. AMC at 6.05 for the commons. 78 cents on the preferreds. 680 combined value. They're down again about a dime today. Bed Bath Beyond down 14 now to 319. They were 422 last week, I thought, for a second. Anyway, Carvana 517 up 21 cents. Robinhood down 22 cents. BlackBerry down 3.8. Target down $1.24. JP Morgan off 13. Costco down $1.12. Walmart down 2.13. Disney is up 83 cents to 93.38. Nvidia up 131. American Airlines up 2 cents to 13.62. Can't get back to 14 right now. Yeah. Yikes. Those are the quotes. U.S. Steel, Nick, 26.22, up 11 cents. Nick has noticed they got as up as high as 26.68, but they're now 26.22. They've dropped 40 odd cents from the high. He needs a little more. We'll see if that can happen for him. The market now, the Dow is down 98 points. We're at 23.51 on GameStop, down $1.28. Just broke 23.50. We're at 23.47. This is a new low on the day. Let me double check and see if this is accurate. Looks like it. 23.44, new low just set on GameStop today. Another new low on the shares of GameStop, now pushing 135 to 130, 135 losses. ATIP holding at 32. Tesla is up 490. It's one of the only green ones other than ATIP. Everything else is red. Down 5.5 on SoFi now at 4.34.5 cents. Okay. What else we got here? Matthew, I would think the food they serve would put me in the hospital. Cream. I like the breadsticks at Olive Garden. A lame duck. Maybe that was a short. Maybe they were short on meat. Oh no, Matthew, breadsticks are safe. You can make you can make too many mistakes. Beach Boy, that was lame. Laughing out loud. Bagel Babe. I think I'm behind the live stream, but Sunbeam makes a good cheap toaster. Touch Grass, yesterday's right is looking good. You can always hit the refresh button on your server, and that'll get you right up to current within 10 seconds of my live stream if you need to do that. Of course, some of you are going to hear this in 5 minutes. There you go. We're down 109 on the Dow. And GameStop 23.38, new lows, 23.38, $1.40 drop now. $1.40 drop on GameStop here, coming in with more selling again. Okay. 23.42 last trade on GameStop. 32 cents on ATIP. SoFi 4.34. Apple 142.12 down 53. HBQ down to nickel. All right. Mirko, hey, Uncle Bruce, I just rolled 2 Tesla 170s. They expire today into 175s next week with a 56-cent profit. I like it. Nice going. $500 bump on your takeout price with a 56-cent profit to throw in on top of that. Thank you very much. JJ bought ATIP shares on this morning's dip at 30.1 cents. Obvious support level. Stink bits save lives. There you go. Nazareth, technically, Uncle Bruce, is refreshing. It's refreshing the web page. The server is on the back end of the server farm and not on your machine. JFYI, just for your information. I don't know what this means. It's something technical and it's something okay, I guess. I just hit the refresh button. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you guys. I'm not a technician. I'm just a YouTuber. Oh my. Thank you one and all for being here with us today. Last week, I think it was over the weekend, Kara and Nate came out to California. They flew up from Nashville. They came into LA for there was an awards dinner, I think the streaming awards. They were nominated. They didn't win, but they were one of 4 or 5 finalists. Pretty good for a couple of kids from Nashville who love to travel around the world. You're always welcome to say hi here in Palm Desert if you're in the area. Come on by and say hi. Give me a shout out. Let me know you're in the area. I would love to meet those 2 kids. Well done. One of my favorite YouTubers, Kara and Nate. Spicy stink bit just hit right on. Nazza, you said to refresh the server, but it's refreshing the webpage. Just a small technicality. Thank you. Spicy, thank you, Uncle Bruce. You got it. Michael, the cloud is someone else's server. Nazareth, I mean, technically, Okay. Nick, Uncle Bruce, what do you think about selling a Rocket Lab January 2024 $12 call for 60 cents? What do you think about that? Yeah, Rocket Lab right now. What's it trading at here? $4 a share, 407. Selling a $12 call for January 2024. Man, that's it's good money. I mean, if you had 1,000 shares, you'd bring in $600. You could buy another 150 shares down here, lower your average. You can write one more call. If you had 2,000 shares, you'd bring in $1,200. You could buy 300 more shares, write 3 more calls, bring in another $180. It's an idea. I don't know about, are the 10s even doable? Would you get much more if you wrote 10s? Get more money in. Lame duck trying butterfly options that expire today. I'll let you know how it goes. First time ever. Okay. Anyway, see what gives. Okay, come on back here to the market. We're down 68 on the Dow. 23.35. Low trade now on GameStop. I don't know if that's the low of the low, but we are pushing low trades again. 23.26 already, the new low on GameStop. We are really, going up a step, down 2, up a step, down 2, up a step, down 2. So we're dropping on the GameStop, which puts, obviously, this is why Spicy was scoring this cheap $10 call. He scored it. A beautiful job for that 2025. Right on, kids. Nick, the 10s, Bruce, are 50 to 70. The 12s are 40 to 60. Yeah, not a lot of incentive to write 10s if you can get, 60. The trick is, can you write them for 60? Can you get 59 for them? Can you actually get a fill? They may not trade. That might be an indicated in the market, but there may be no action on it. You got to keep that in mind, right? J-Boy, sorry if this has been addressed already. Is there a downside to writing too far out, like January 25? Is there a downside to writing that far out? I don't recommend it for trading purposes. But if you're going to write a call for that kind of time frame, what you're probably up to is you're looking to raise capital. And there's nothing wrong with the situation for, as an example, you have you got 400 GameStop shares. I'm just, making this up. Okay. You got 400 GameStop shares and you're thinking of trying to raise some cash, right? You're trying to raise some money to pay some bills and you have money coming in the next 6 months or so, but not right now. You just got cash flow, but you need something to pay bills with. Theoretically, with GameStop at 23.47, you could write a January 2025 call option at $25 strike price. You might haul in about 10.40, 10.50 a contract. So if you got exercised at 25, you'd get the extra 10. You're selling at $35 between now and January 2025. But if you got 400 shares and you need $4,000 quick, you can get 4,000 quick by offering 4 $25 contracts. Now, you might be able to write 27s for $10 each. You might. They're 9 to 10, 15 bid ask. The 30s are 815 to 975. Writing at 970 might be the best way to go on 30s because now you're selling out at 39.70 if you got taken out on a $23 stock. What's wrong with that? Nothing. You need $4,000 now and you got 400 shares. You could write calls like that. This is a free loan because if you write these calls, you get the money in your account right away. You can withdraw that dough and have it sent to you electronically right away, and you can use it for what you need it for. Now, if you've got a credit card balance that is right at the limit, it's a $5,000 limit, you're right up there, you can throw 4 against it right now, $3,800 anyway, and bring it down to a $1,200 amount and take the heat off of that card, take the minimum monthly payment way down, because most credit cards will want at least 5% minimum payment on the balance plus the interest. Well, if you got a $5,000 card at 20% interest, that's $10,000 a month, $1,000 a month interest, $80 a month, plus the payment that's required. It might be $250 a month. You have a $330 payment required, but throwing $4,000 at it right now, that'll take you way down, probably down to about $65 a month from $330. That is a difference maker. Just a thought. If you have a vehicle, you need $4,000 right now for whatever, mechanics, new brakes, new snow tires, whatever. You can get your hand on this kind of money using stock you have, writing way out of the time frame calls, like in this case, Jan 25s. Look, if the stock goes down to $22 in the next couple of weeks, $21, and a month goes by, these might drop $1 a piece, $1.50. You might buy them back at $8.50, sell them at $10, buy them at $8.50. When money comes your way, you're paying back this loan, which is an interest-free loan, for $1.50 a contract less. That's $600. Your loan is $600 less expensive to pay off, and you can buy back one call at a time and write a short-term call for $2 or $3. Build up a little more cash, buy a second one of these calls, write another short-term call for $3 or $4. Again, like I've talked about, a month or two out instead of 2 years out. There's all kinds of ways to use the option market for your benefit. There's all kinds of ways. It depends on what you got. Christina, I bought back my 2450s for a nickel. Well done. I'm glad to hear it, Christina. I'm glad to hear it. One less thing. Okay. Good stuff. AJ, were those the ones you wrote a couple of days ago? Right on. We're at 23.45 on GameStop right now. 23.45. 23.42. And the low of the day, 23.26. Okay. Okay, now we'll see how this plays out. Yeah, very good. Very good stuff, everybody. Well done, one and all. How many thumbs ups we got going here? 184. Is it possible to get 16 more thumbs ups from you fantastic viewers? Robert Benson has stepped in already before I could even mention it. Thank you, my friend. Anybody out there, let me know. If you're able to hit that thumbs up button, nail it right now. 186 are in. I need 14 more thumbs ups to get to 200 thumbs ups, everybody. Please help us out if that is possible. I see now 190 now coming in, 192. We need 8 more, and we got our 200 thumbs up in the bag here. That would be beautiful, everyone. Thank you for helping me out. Abram, AJ, right there, number 190. Z Estate, 182. Robert was in there at 184. Thank you guys for these hits. So appreciate it. 195 now on the thumbs up meter. Keep them coming, guys. Love this. Thank you very, very much. Robert, thank you, buddy. Zed, thanks, pal. AJ, thank you, man. Getting us to 200. 197 now. 3 to go. Just 3 more. There's only one way to reward you for all this thumbs up loyalty. There's only one thing I can do. Throw you some of these neat emojis. The neat attack is underway, and we'll make the Knights of Knee. Get the markets going in the direction you want. Make your options go the way you want. 199 thumbs ups are in there. We need 1 more. Richard Carlin has hit the knee emojis as well. Here comes the knee emoji attack. Neat, around the world. Here come the knee emojis. D.H. Ruda. They're in there. Here they come. Neat emojis are flooding the chat room now. 199 thumbs up. So we need 1 more for 200. And Constantine just threw up a bunch of those knee emojis. Thank you so much. Alex, here they come. Knee emojis. Mirko, TJ. Guys, you are awesome. Thank you. Splair TV. Knee emoji. Alex again. Another batch of knee emojis. You can't stop this market when this happens. Thank you guys for the knee emojis. Karen D is here with the knee emojis. JJ is here with the knee emojis. Here we go. The Knights of Knee demand. It was Engleberries, whatever those are called. We have 200 thumbs ups. Thank you all for the 200 thumbs up. Fabulous stuff, everyone. Neat. That's all I can say about that. Thank you all for your support and enthusiasm. I love this. Let's keep it going, kids. Let's make money today. It's option expiry day. I will be back with you this afternoon at 3 o'clock Eastern for the final hour today. If anything goofy happens before that, I'll come on early without any warning whatsoever. So you just keep your eyes peeled to this channel. Thank you guys so much for your thumbs ups, subscriptions, memberships, donations. I mean, just one after the other. Thank you. Love you, folks. We appreciate it. We'll be back on this afternoon. 23.48 on the old GameStop. Let's see how this one fares. 32 cents on ATIP. Are we going to go to 35.40 today on ATIP? Could we have a breakout? I don't know. Could get exciting. John Anderson, thanks, everybody. Thank you, John. Enjoy the break. Splair saying, I'll see you a little later today. You got it, buddy. All of you out there. Keep trading. Keep your eyes peeled on your options contracts. Look at rollover opportunities and possibilities, and let's make some money later today or right now. And get ready for next week. Another fun time coming up. Thank you all so much. Appreciate it. We'll catch you shortly this afternoon for the final hour of our day. This is Bruce from Palm Desert, California, saying thank you, everyone out there in the Stock Market with Bruce land, and we'll see you shortly on the other side. Take care.